Hey there, this is Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery. Tonight I'm in an event with Labriska and everyone from Simple Treasures Crafters Group. So hopefully I'll get some people on here. I came on about a minute early to let everybody get notifications. And hopefully you saw some other crafters today that had some great ideas for Christmas in July. And today I'm going to make the Grinch out of an urn. Hey, Miss Gail, you're the first one for me to see. Hey, Miss Angela, it's good to see you. Hopefully some of my friends and some of my new followers will come on. Hey, Miss Linda Tanner, it's good to see you. I've got an itch on my nose. Thank you, Angela. I'm glad. Hey, Miss Rose Miller and Janice, it's good to see you. Hey, Miss Terry Jarvis. New from Oklahoma. Thank you for coming on my page. I appreciate it. Hey, Miss Peggy. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Virginia. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Deborah. Hey, Miss Hannah. How are you doing? Hey, Miss Vicky. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Ruth. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Lynn. It's good to see you. Thank you for those stars, Miss Judy. You're so sweet. Hey, Miss Becky. Hey, Angela Drilling. Newbies. Oh, newbies will love me. Thank you so much for saying that, Miss Angela. Hey, Susan DeHart. It's good to see you. And Miss Beth Hurley. Thank you for those hearts. I appreciate that. Hey, Miss Rita. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Cindy. So everybody's coming on. Hey, Miss Kristen. Sorry I didn't get to see you yesterday. Hey, Anita. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Lynn. Thank you for those stars. Excuse me. Hey, Miss Hope. How are you doing, girl? And Miss Cheryl. And Shoop. How are you doing? Hey, Ellen. Thank you for those stars, Miss Tammy. Hey, Miss Linda. Hey, Joyce Craig. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Susan. So I wanted to tell everybody I did have a different craft in mind, but when I asked all of my friends, they wanted me to do this urn that I got at Goodwill. Thank you, Miss Teresa, for those stars. Hey, Miss Janet. It's good to see everybody on here. Thank you, Miss Rose, for those stars. Y'all are so sweet. Hey, Miss Kathleen. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Miss Suki. It's good to see you. Thank you for saying that, Miss Rose. You love the bookworm. I thought you would like that, Miss Kristen. Hey, Miss Mary. Hey, Miss Dreama. All right. So we want to get started so I can get painted on this. I did kind of draw on this a little bit. It's just kind of to give me something to go by. But it won't be exactly the same because I want to use probably a little bit bigger part for the face. Hey, Miss Doris and Angela. So, I had this urn that I got from Goodwill. Okay, the top came off of it, but when I gessoed this, because it's glass, it's all right, Miss Suki. You're okay. I appreciate you saying that. Hey, Miss Kat, Miss Peggy Simons. Hey, Shalone. It's good to see you, girl. Hey, Labriska. It's okay. You're good. Hey, Miss Linda, Miss Deborah, everybody. I appreciate y'all coming on here. For everybody that's new, welcome to my page, and I hope you enjoy my painting. So we'll get started, okay? So, anyway, I was telling you about this. It did glue it together when I gessoed this. It was glass, and it's got kind of a detailed on it, so I ended up gessoing it so I would have something for the paint to adhere to. I am going to use regular craft paint, and this is Lime Tree by Apple Barrel. And so, if you want to use that particular one, that's just what I think the Grinch looks like. I will be putting a little bit of a darker green on it as well. So I've kind of got my palette here, okay? You want a little bit of red, and we want black and white as usual for this. And we're going to also use some fabric. This is the fabric that sweatshirts are made out of. Lord, I can't remember the name of it. I wanted to say felt, but it's not felt. It's fleece. Okay, so I just picked this material. I had some in my stash. So I cut it down so we could put that over this instead of just painting it, so we can have a little bit of a little extra something on there. Hey, Miss Kathy, you typed it wrong. It's okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. I appreciate it. Hey, Miss Kathy from Ohio. Hey, Osea, it's good to see you. Grinch is your favorite, Miss Janice. I'm so glad. So we're going to paint this. I'm not going to paint the top, only because I'm going to cover it up with the fabric. Okay, and then I've also got some of these balls that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I got it probably, I think it was right after Christmas. I can't remember, or it could have been Easter. Okay, hey there, Miss Norma. It's good to see you. Hey, Emily. This is my stepmother, Emily, coming on, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, Miss Carol. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got a fairly big brush here, and we are going to paint this. This is glued together. It's probably better to do this, but when I saw this, I saw the Grinch. Okay, and I've kind of drawn his face on there, but that's just to give me a guide, okay, because I want to cover all of this up. And I'm just going to do a little bit where I'm going to put the hat just in case it kind of slips up some. So we're just going to do all of this green, because I'm going to put the material over these two little lumps, because that's where I think it comes down at, where it needs to be, where the head is right in here. Hey, Miss Judy, it's good to see you, and Darlene. Crafting with Denise. Hey, Denise, it's good to see you, and thank you for being here on my page. I hope you will like my painting and come back another time. It auto-corrected. Everything auto-corrects for me, it seems like. Hey, Miss Stacy and Miss Susie, how are you doing? How long have I been painting? Probably, I don't know, it's been years. Since I was a teenager, I suppose. Kind of after I got married, I saw some things that my ex-husband's mother-in-law, well, I guess stepmother and father did. I kind of wanted to do that, and that's just what I've done. So I really enjoyed it. Hey, Miss Kim Massengill, how are you doing? Thank you for coming on here. So I kind of took some of the spackle from the Dollar Tree as well, and I kind of painted, I say painted, but really I covered up where some of the design is. It's still showing through a little bit, but that's okay. It was kind of indented in here, and I just wanted to cover it up a little bit. So I'm going to take this and turn it upside down, y'all, because I want to paint this underside. And part of right in here, just simply because that's going to be the neck. And I just feel like that this bottom part is going to be the top of his shirt. And so that's the way I'm going to paint it. This is what it looks like to me, so hopefully it'll look like that for you. Hey, Miss Elizabeth, it's good to see you. I appreciate you being here and watching me paint. Hopefully I will help y'all to see how to paint things and how to look at things in a different light. Hey, Miss Carolyn, it's good to see you. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? All right, so let's see here. I think I got it pretty good. And it really does not need another coat. It's done pretty well, except maybe right where the hat's going to be. And I'm just going to do it a little bit real quick. We'll just see. I'm going to take the heat tool and we're going to go ahead and dry this. And if I feel like it needs another coat, then we can do it. I tried to teach you. You're not hopeless. You're really good, Emily. Emily's being modest. She's very good at her painting. So if y'all go to your Goodwill, look for some urns. This one did not have any ashes in it. Thank goodness. It was clean when I got it. There's nothing on the inside. It was just glass, kind of a shiny glass. I'm not even sure. Just letting y'all know, okay? I did look. Thank you, Miss Lindy. It's good to see you. Hey, Janice, it's good to see you. Y'all quit laughing at me. You know y'all are thinking it. Ooh, there, it came off. So maybe the heat tool made it come off. So I am going to glue it shut because I don't want that to be coming off, okay? But y'all see it's just little spots in there. So you know, hey, nobody's uncle or whatever in there. So I'm going to get some glue gel, and we're going to, I guess the heat made it come undone. So I'm going to just take this and I'm going to go around the edges here, and I'm also going to use a little bit of hot glue to kind of shut this completely. I don't want to let the ghosts out. Isn't that the truth? Lord have mercy. I sure don't want anything. But it was clean. It didn't even have dust or anything in it, so that's a good thing. But I think of those things whenever I purchase something at Goodwill, that's for sure. All right, so I'm just going to put this back on. I'm going to hold it for just a second. Hey, Miss Susan Dodge, it's good to see you. Thank you and welcome to my page. That's what you were thinking? All right. So it's probably okay. I probably could have kept it. Now watch, I bet you I'll be sticking to stuff. Hey, Miss Deb, it's good to see you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everybody who gave me the stars and all the hearts as well. I'm just as happy with hearts. I appreciate it. Hey, Miss Susie, it's good to see you, and Miss Celeste. Okay, so it's gonna stay. All right, so I'm just looking at this, and it probably needs one more coat. Once you dry it, it kind of, you can see through a little bit of the area, especially where I'm going to be painting the face. We want to make sure that it's good and coated there. And doesn't this look like the Grinch to y'all? I hope so, because that's what he's going to be. All right. So I did not have 2 urns so I could practice. I just had the one. So we're just going to fly by the seat of our pants, y'all. This is the way I fly sometimes, just to see what I'm going to do. So let me see here. Let me dry this again with the heat tool. I'm going to make him amazing. I hope so. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Crafton with the Barn Star. It's good to see you. Thank you for visiting my page. I appreciate that. Hey, Miss Elizabeth Bauer. It's okay. All I've done is just this one. Yeah, I'm Lindy's neighbor from Tater Buggin'. She's one of my good friends, and so is Elizabeth. Hey, Miss Gail Webb. It's good to see you. See, it already kind of looks like the Grinch, doesn't it? What's the name of the green? It is Lime Tree by Apple Barrel. And you can get whatever color green that you want. I've got a little bit too much right there. Let me try to do that one little spot. And I'm just going to look and see which area. You love the Sonic, Tanya? Lordy mercy. Hey, Miss Helen. Hey, Tina. It's good to see you. All right, let's make sure. All right. Because you want your base to be nice and green. See how there's indentions in this and all of that. So I'm just going to look at it and see what I like for the front. So I'm just going to pick this. It really doesn't matter. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. So let me get all the green out of this. And I'm also going to use a small brush because I want to basically trace out what I think that the Grinch should look like. So I'm going to take this darker green color and we're just going to kind of look at this and try to paint here. I really need to be using black. Let me just use black We'll just go over it with black because I've got to make black for his eyebrows. So we're just going to kind of put it up under here like this, okay? That's one of his eyebrows. What did you do to the urn? Yes, it was glass. I gessoed this just like the top. I just put a thin coat on there, and I did not worry about it being smooth or anything because I'm just covering it up. He's just the Grinch, so it doesn't matter if it's real smooth or not, but it's just a lot easier to paint if you go ahead and have a coat on here so the paint will adhere to it. You can do it. All right. So I'm going to do it this way. I'll show you when I get the other eyebrow kind of done. And I just want to do it like this. And then I'll show it to you. All right, now I'm going to color them in, but this is the eyebrows, okay? This isn't the eyes. What is gesso? It is to cover like the outside of a canvas, but you can also use it for glass or any other material so you can make sure that the paint will adhere to it. It's kind of a covering. It is like a paint, but it's very thick. And it just makes it a whole lot easier to do the paint. So I'm just going to cover this, and I'll show you what it looks like whenever I get it done. I'm sorry it's kind of hard to, please don't go down. The thing, it says creating, you saw the Oscar the Grouch? Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Yes, it's like a primer. You're exactly right. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so here are his eyebrows, okay? And then he's kind of got a nose. That's a good idea to, that's the word I'm looking for. Definitely a primer. Slick stick is also a gesso. I did not know that. So see, you learn something new every day. All right. So let me see. I'm kind of just winging it, y'all. All right, so this is kind of his little wrinkle in the middle of his forehead. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Hey, Miss Sandra McCoy, it's good to see you. And Ellie, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to kind of go like this and this. The mouse and the cheese is your favorite. What kind of paintbrush is that? These are in a group. They're mini brushes from Hobby Lobby, but I can't find them again. These were up at the register. I don't know if that's where they still are, but these are great. There's a bunch of different small brushes that are real tiny in it. Hey, the Crafty House. I can't remember your name, but thank you for coming on and watching. I appreciate that. All right. Do it again. It keeps popping on and off. I don't know if it's my internet connection or it's Facebook. Judy. Yeah, Judy with the Crafty House. And Elizabeth is saying, hey, Miss Judy. All right. So let's see here. So I'm kind of just making my outline and everything to make him look Grinch-like. So let's see. All right. I think I want to use the darker green instead of making it so severe with the black. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use a little bit bigger brush that came out of the same thing where it says mini brush. And I'm going to use half of this. And you're just going to float the paint on the edge of this. And let me see, I don't like the way this looks. So when you don't like something, you kind of take it away by putting the paint back in the area that you don't like, okay? Hey there from Michigan, Donna. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Nelda. All right, so let's see. We're just taking this, and I'm trying not to make it too severe, so we're making it with the darker green. So here he's starting to become the Grinch, right? Thank you for spreading the love. I appreciate that. I sure do. Hey, Miss Bridget, it's good to see you. I like your name. Hey, Laurel, it's good to see you. All right. I want the black just a tiny bit. Sometimes I change my ways. You got to have a little bit of water on your brush to be able to flow a little bit better. It's so real looking. I hope so. Hope he looks like the Grinch. I'm getting there, y'all. Sorry. When you work on it a certain way. Okay, so here he's getting there. He looks like the Grinch. I hope so. Now we're going to use the yellow. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to color him a little bit better. But this is just my outline. Hey, Deborah Draper. Hey, Kathy Story. You all, thank you. You're so sweet, Miss Lindy. Just pure God-given talent. You're so sweet to say that, really. All right, so I've got this. It is Maze by Waverly. That's what I'm using for the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the entire eye yellow, okay? But it's going to be red dot in between. But I want to just paint yellow for the whole thing, and then we'll put the red dot kind of in the middle. And I've also got some gold because I want to bring it out just a little bit. If you know me, if you watch me on a regular basis, you're going to see me use at least 2 colors to try to make it come to life a little bit better, kind of like I did with the green. I want yellow and then the gold for the edges. Hey, Miss Jerry, it's good to see you. So I'm trying to, it's a little bit dry here, so let me get some water. Sometimes my paint will dry up. It's so hot in here, and I've got the air on, but it just seems like it's not working and it's just stagnant. But it's just because this is the furthest area for my air conditioner to work. Thank you for the hearts. I mean, the X's and O's is what I meant. Miss Jeannie. Lord, I can't even talk. I'm not used to being on at 8 o'clock at night. I'm usually on at 6. All right, so here's one of the eyes right here. You don't think you could do that? Good to draw a stick figure. Oh, you could do this. This is easy. So we're just painting. If somebody will let me know when I get to close to 9 o'clock, I would appreciate it, because I don't want to be over, because Miss Hildy will be next. And I don't want to take any of her time, so hopefully I'll be done. And if not, then we will finish it. So here are the eyes right here. And I'm going to go up just a bit on this one, because I want to make him look like this. There we go. Kind of like he's doing this a little bit. 35 minutes left. Thank you, Miss Sarah. I appreciate that. I've got plenty of time then. All right, so we're going to take this, and I'm going to go on the outside of the eye right here. And I'm going to go on the inside of the eye, and I'm going to show it to you. See the difference? This eye has nothing. This eye has the darker. So you want it to make him look even more sinister than he is. So you want to make sure that you put that on there. I'm also going to go right above where the little cheek part is. Thank you, Miss Sandra. So I'm just going to do that. And this way it gives him more character. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Putting the gold on either side. And I want it kind of thick. And then we're going to do it on the bottom portion. And you can always paint over it again. I need to put a little bit more over here for whatever reason. This didn't want to do as well. All right. So there are his eyes. It makes such a difference. It helps, it really does, to do 2 different shades of yellow or whatever color that you're doing. And I'm going to use the green the same way, but I'm getting a bigger brush. And we're going to let the eyes dry right now before I put the red on there. But you want to get the green, the darker green. I'm going to put this up here. Now remember, this is going to be covered up, so I don't care if it's really cool or not, and straight and all that, because I'm just making sure that it has some of the color on it, because you just want to make sure that he's 3-dimensional. I want some hair on here. You know how he has that real fluffy green, darker green hair, and so I'm just putting some on here. So this is what I'm doing. So this white, it doesn't matter, because it's going to be covered up. And then I'm going to put some dark green on the outside of his eye. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. You want it to show better. So you want to do the same thing on the inside. Hey, Miss Diane. It's good to see you. Thank you for everybody coming on today. I appreciate that. There have been some great crafters. Now, I am making his nose a little bit darker right there as well, so it'll show up. So see how he's coming to life? Hey, Carol. Hey, Miss Penny. It's good to see you. So I'm just going to do this a little bit Same thing over here. I just want it to be greener right there. And then we're doing some of the hair. And I'm just taking the brush and just going on it. See how he's got some hair right there? I'm going to do the same thing on the back of it, okay? So I'm just taking a little bit of this, and we're just going to keep doing it. I'm going to put a little bit of water, just a tiny bit, so it's easier. So we're just going to keep going over this with the darker green, and you just want the lighter green to be on the inside of his face a little bit. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoy it, Miss Phyllis. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to get a little bit of water, and I'm just going to do it kind of no rhyme or reason right here in the back. Just kind of doing his hair, so I'm just going to do it right on the edge here. And you just kind of want to mix it. You can take just a sponge or something like that and do it. You don't really have to do the brush, but I just happen to have the brush and I don't have the sponges in here. So he's going to look a lot better, but I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? But give me just a second. I just want to make sure I got plenty of time and don't go into Miss Hildy's spot. Plus, I want to watch Miss Hildy. Red is Tanya's color. Thank you, Michelle. Do you know my mother always said that red was my color. So I'm just going to make a little bit of fluff here at the bottom. I call it fluff, but it's his hair. Just down this way a little bit. Kind of make some darker in here to look like his hair. Just like that, okay? Just so it looks like his hair. We can put some of the beard stuff on there for his hair, and I might. I don't know. All right, we'll see. We'll see how much we have, how much time. I've got some probably down there on the floor. All right. Let me make sure I'm not doing it too much right here. I'm wanting to have a little bit of the darker green. But I don't like it the way I've done it here, so I'm going to paint over it. It's too much. Okay. So let me show you. I want the darker green. All right. So I'm going to take a little bit of darker and go in here and on this side, but not on this area right here. Okay. I just want to make it a little bit different from the rest of the face. So I'm just taking a little bit to go in here. All right. So there he is. Now I'm going to go up above his eyebrows a little bit with the darker green as well, just so he looks more sinister. So what that does. Let me make it pointy and then I'll show you. Okay. So that makes him look like he's doing this a little bit, right? Hey, Miss Deborah, it's good to see you. You want him, Billy Joseph? Y'all like him? So I'm going to take my red, okay? And we're going to make the red of his eyes. And it's going to make him look like the Grinch after I do that. We're also going to paint this red at the bottom so it looks like he has a red shirt on. And then we'll put some little fluff stuff around it as well. So we'll just see here. All right. So let me do this. I know everybody likes the Grinch. And then I'll do one eye, and then I'll show you the other one after I'm done with it. But I'm going to show you one at a time, okay? So here's one eye. All right, it keeps freezing. I know, I've seen it go off for just a second. I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on. But my internet seems to be okay, so I don't know if it's Facebook or what. I apologize. I'm sorry. All right, so let me show you this. And then we're going to go around the red with a little bit of black, okay? So this is what, he's lovable for a mean guy. Yeah, he kind of looks a little mean, a little lovable. All right, so I'm going to take the black. Give me just a sec here. I also want to make this just a little bit more prominent. And this a little bit more out here. All right. So I made his eyebrows just a little bit longer. And then we're going to put a little bit right here because I've kind of gone too thin. It's terrible when you got to look under your glasses, and I see fairly well with my glasses. If I hold it out here, I'm good. Facebook's been doing it all day, Miss Penny. I think so. It's been a little crazy. All right, hold on just a minute. And I'll show it to you. I got to be steady here. I'm not real good at being. At least it's happening and coming right back, so it only goes off for a second. Hey, Miss Allison, thank you so much for coming on here and watching me. Hopefully everybody will follow my page and y'all can get some tips and tricks and stuff and watch me do my painting. I love my little characters. Okay, now he looks more like the Grinch, right? And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right in here. Just a thin line of black. I didn't think I wanted it, but I do. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate that, Miss Carol. Thank you for coming on my page today. I hope you're enjoying the Grinch. How much time do I have left? Hey, Miss Kathy Bender. All right, we're going to do the hat after this, and we're going to paint the bottom. All right. Thank you for those stars, Billy Joe. So here he comes. Okay, he's coming to life. 23 minutes. We can do this, people. All right. So let me get this green out of here. Yep, 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to take this red and we are going to paint the bottom of this because he's got a red shirt on, okay, or like the Santa outfit. I'm just going to kind of go around this. Let me get the front done real quick and then we can do it really easily and quickly. I just want to make sure we don't have it too ugly right here. Let me do the back real quick. You love him? Thank you so much. Well, this was unanimous by all of my followers. They wanted me to do this instead of the gingerbread boy and girl out of the bunny rabbit from Dollar Tree. So this is what we chose to do. When I got this and I told them what I was planning, they wanted me to do this. So let me get some more red, okay? This red is a multi-surface red and it's called just fire red or fire red, yeah. And it was on clearance at Hobby Lobby, but you can get whatever color that you like. You do not have to get these specific colors. I just chose whatever I liked. And let me make sure. And I'm going to, let me make, okay, it's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and heat tool this. And then we're going to make some of those little things around it too. Once he gets his hat on, he's gonna look really good. Thank you so much, Miss Gail. I appreciate you saying that. Yes, the urn was from Goodwill, and it was glass. But then I gessoed it, and then we can paint on it so it will stay. If you take some clear acrylic spray, then it'll stay on there forever. Now, I'm sure you couldn't put this out in the yard for years. It would eventually be damaged by the sun and by the wind and by the rain and all of that. So you would want to keep this inside. Hey, Miss Janet Young, thank you for coming on. Thank you, Miss Janet Gay. Thank you, Miss Karen. All right. Let me make sure his eyes are good and dry too. Just in case I accidentally touch it, then it won't come off. So it's on there, okay? Now we're gonna make the hat first. And I've got this piece of material, and the bottom of it kind of has fringe right here. It's where it was, I don't know, it's just the edge of the bolt. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. We've got some great crafters on here. All right, now I want one side better than the other. One of the fleece sides is really fluffy, and I like the other side better for the outside. Thank you for coming on. Where in Arkansas are you, Lisa? All right, so what I'm going to do is take this, and the first thing that I want to do is glue it right here on the bottom. That's where his hat's going to be. Right now he looks funny, like he's got a weird hat. But see how it's glass for the bottom? But I'm not going to paint that. I'm just going to get the center of this wherever I want it. I kind of just cut this the way I wanted to, and to cover this up a little bit. So I'm just going to take some hot glue to do it. Do-rag. Exactly. That's what it looks like. But that's not the look I'm going for. I'm looking for Santa hat. In Ryson, Arkansas. Where is that? I've never heard of that. All right, so I'm just going to be putting this right here. And then I want to flip it up, okay? We're going to do all of this around the edge here so we can cover up the sides. Thank you, Miss Lori. We're just going to take this and we're going to glue it all the way around the edge. And that way we're going to have one big circle. And I'm going to do the same thing, and then we're going to make it look more like a hat. It's 1 hour from Little Rock, where I know where Little Rock is. So, and of course West Memphis, because lots of people come over here. All right, so I'm going to hold it up. I was trying to hunt for a Santa hat. Hey, Miss Kimberlyn and Miss Debbie, how are y'all doing? And I couldn't find a Santa hat to save my life. And I was messing up everything in the attic trying to find it. So I just said, the heck with it. I'm going to make my own. So what we've done is take just a rounded piece of material. I've glued it all the way around, okay? Because we're going to cut some of it off. And then I want to make sure that the back is together, but you're not going to be able to see that much. All of that's going to gather. And then I want it to go down, but it's too far, okay? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this around here. I know that seems odd, but we're about to find out why. Because we want it to be a Santa hat, okay? Near Pine Bluff, okay? I know where Pine Bluff is. So awesome, awesome. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. One more live tonight. Yes, after me is Hildy from Crafts at Hildy's Farmhouse. I had to write it down because I couldn't remember exactly. So I'm going to take these good scissors. This is my fabric scissors. My mother always said, do not use my fabric scissors on your paper. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut the majority of this off. I do want it like this. And I want to cut this, glue this to the side so it's more of a finished edge right here. And there we go. Finished edge, so to speak. You have family in Pine Bluff. Your dad grew up in Arkansas, Miss Carol said. You wrote the following creator on the brown paper too. I had to, Elizabeth. I couldn't remember. All right, so I think this is a little bit too much, so I do want to cut some of this off because it's too thick. So I'm just going to take it and do that, okay? Because we're going to cover this up, and I want to take it and move it down like this. You know how he has hat on there. 10 minutes left. All right, so I've got this ball right here, and I'm going to take this and make sure that it's all stuck together. And I'm going to do this. Okay. Hey, Denise, it's good to see you. And we're going to put this on the end of it. And I'm just going to put it like this. And you know his hat's kind of all messy. I'm burning my fingers. Isn't that great? Hey, Miss Teresa. So we're going to have that hanging there. And then we're going to take some of these smaller ones and we're going to tear it just a little bit. And we're going to put it on the front of this. I don't want it as thick and I don't have any smaller ones. So I'm just going to tear these a little bit. If I can get them to tear. And we'll see if that works. And it does. It works if you cut it in half. Hey, Miss Jackie, it's good to see you. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it right here. Now, once you tear these apart, they're kind of messy. So be careful. I don't know if y'all have used them before, but I've used them and I forgot they did that. Thank you. All right, so we're going to just put all this together. And here's what it's starting to look like, okay? 20 minutes from Fordyce. Y'all are still talking about Arkansas. All right. So I'm still going to cut this. And we're just going to keep going. And I'll finish the back of it tonight. Because we want to finish this bottom part. Because I want y'all to see. You have to put a good amount of glue to hold it all on because it does try to separate a little bit. But that's okay. Get on there, booger. All right. So I'm going to do a little bit at the bottom too. I wish I had a smaller bunch of stuff. I've taken everything in there. I'm looking to see if I have anything. So I'm just going to cut this. It probably would be better with some little small ones, but I'm going to put this at the very top of the red. I've got stuff everywhere. And I'm just going to kind of spread it apart. And this way you'll see what I'm doing. And don't burn your hand like I'm obviously doing. All right. So some of it's coming apart. It really separates, y'all. So it would be better to maybe do cotton balls instead of this when you tear it apart. Trying not to burn myself. It's hot. Hey, Roxana, it's good to see you and Miss Christy. Thank you for coming on. So I'm just making do with what I have, because I put up stuff, and I will finish the back, but I wanted to show you. You want to put all of this in here. You want the red to show at the bottom, and that's the reason why it's a good thing he's got a neck, okay? So this is what he looks like, and he'll look a lot better when I'm here. So, oh my goodness. Let me get this out of the way before I burn myself. So I wanted to put a little bit of blush on him. Thank you, Miss Patty. I appreciate that. There's a lot of Patties on here and Lori's and everything. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm rubbing on here just to give him a little character. And let me get a small brush. And I wanted to do a little bit here and here. Like this. There we go. So there he is with a little bit of blush, just so he looks a little better. So I just take my blush, and this is the real pink blush at the Dollar Tree. I cannot find it anywhere. I've only got a couple of them left, and they're my favorite for all the cheeks. Okay, so this is what he looks like. Thank you, Miss Tina, for those hearts. I appreciate that. So this is what he's going to look like, but I'm going to fix all of this so it's all under there, but it kind of comes, you know, it separates. So here's our Grinch. He turned out pretty good, huh? I did it and have a few minutes to spare. I've got like 9 minutes. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to answer that. Thank you so much, Miss Beth. Thank you for those hearts and all the stars and everything. And Hildy is going to be next. Yes, sirree. With Hildy's Farmhouse. Hey, Miss Pat Tyner. Thank you so much, Miss Kathy. I appreciate that. I guess I could finish his hat, huh? Let me see. Woo, it just really separates. But I bet I can finish it, because we got like 8 minutes left. Thank you so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this. You just never know what you're going to find at Goodwill. Yes, I'll teach you to paint, Miss Suki. Where do you live? Don't you live in Tennessee too? Hey, Miss Jan. Let me get these couple of pieces off of here so I can finish this little edge. I'm thinking about doing a private class for painting. Will you be on Wednesday? Yes, Miss Vicki, I'm going to be on Wednesday. I come on Wednesdays, Sunday mornings, and also on Friday nights at 6. Wednesdays are at 6 also. 6 p.m. Central, Alabama. So I knew you were a Southern girl, Miss Suki. So that's surely a possibility. I could probably go there. Hey, Miss Annette. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming on. What's the name of your page? It's Hummingbird Paintery. And I'm also on YouTube, so y'all can follow me on YouTube. And I'm trying to download all of my videos there, so it'll be a lot easier to see. You would be interested in a painting class? I've thought about that. Hummingbird Paintery, yes. Thank you for saying that, Miss June. Thank you for putting that on there. And Miss Pat Tyner. I am in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm actually in Bartlett. I'm friends with Elizabeth with Ellie's Attic and also Lindy from Taterbuggin. So, yeah, please follow me. And if you know those ladies, I think I'm going to squeeze a little area right in here and get one more of these fluffs. Let's see. Yeah, I've thought about doing a class, that's for sure. Hey, Miss Beverly Watley. We used to have a Dr. Watley. Lisa Moore, Hummingbird Paintery. Thank you. And yes, everybody follow me. There we go. I've got it all the way around now. So it looks a lot better. And if I did that, let me get that stuff. Let me see. I've still got 5 minutes. Let's see if I can find the green. Well, of course it has to be on the very bottom, but I got some of this green, and it would look good if it had the green hair on there, wouldn't it? Look at that. Yeah, that might be cute. So I'm going to try to do this, and I'll show pictures of it afterwards. So this would be cute for the hair. Hey, Diana Sparks Owens, or Diane, sorry about that. Hey, Miss Lisa. Hey, Yvonne. I hope everybody will come on. Hey, Miss Deborah Jones, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming on. Miss Lucille, how are you doing? So here is our finished Grinch out of the urn. Hey, Miss Teresa Roller. Hey, Annette. Perfect shade of green. It really is. And the light makes it look a lot brighter as well. Thank you, Lindy. Thank you for the hearts, everybody, and all of the stars. Y'all have been so great today. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate that. Hey, Lisa Jo Davis. You have a great night too, Miss Billy Joe. Everybody come back to see me Wednesday if y'all are interested in more painting. Hey, Miss Denise. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you, Kristen. And y'all go watch Hildy with Hildy's Farmhouse. She will be, thank you. I appreciate that. Need to make the dog. Oh, I'll have to do a wooden dog. Adorable Grinch. Thank you. Love the shading on him. I appreciate that. You have a great evening too, and I hope to see y'all on Wednesday. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet, but we will figure out something. Y'all have a good night, and go catch Hildy. She will be on in 3 minutes. Thank you so much. Bye, y'all. Thank you for coming by.